Damon Comerio with Comerio Homes. I want to take a second and talk about the electrical service panel in your home. So we're down in the basement of one of our model homes. This is a 200 amp service panel that we put into this house. It runs the electrical for the entire home. So all the wires are coming in from the top down here. How you basically use this, there's a lever right here that opens this up. This is the inside of the panel. So looking at the panel, we have our master on-off switch. Currently it's in the on position here. We have a trip in the center and then off. So if we wanted to kill power to all of this, we would just turn it to the off position. We don't ever want to take this panel off and start monkeying around with what's inside of there because it's very dangerous with the exposed wires. So always make sure this cover is on and intact so that kids can't get into it or something like that. So now we actually have our individual breakers that are right here. So we make a good habit out of labeling these to where you know which each breaker is for each home. And these are all different size breakers as far as 20 amp, 15 amp, and these types of things based on what it's actually servicing. So like right here, we have the breaker for the furnace. And so how this basically operates is you would turn it to the off position if you wanted to kill power to the actual furnace and then turn it back on for it to have power. So if there's a problem with one of these breakers or if the power surges through an electrical storm or something, it could trip some of these breakers and cause them not to function. So you may come in here and you may find one or two of those off like that, or maybe the master, who knows. And so we just simply turn those back on, and some of these that are actually have different types of circuits have a test button on them, so you can test them right from here to trip them to get that to happen themselves. So it's basically the functions of your 200 amp electrical service panel. All this down here is just basically additional locations that if you had more outlets, say if you finished your basement in the future, that we could add more circuits in here to fill that space up. If we actually ran out of space in here, we can add what's called a sub panel, so it basically brings the electrical service off to another box that gives us additional access for more breakers. I hope you learned something here about how to work on your electrical system.